Hello and welcome to another edition of Battletech Advanced 7.3, brought to you by Commando Gaming, Strategic Gaming, and brought to you live on twitch.tv at Commando Gaming 1. Please check out our Twitch channel if you haven't done that already. If you give us a follow, you get put into a drawing for a free Funko Pop. So if you're interested in that, please let me know by giving us a follow and you'll be entered in for free. Also, it's Tuesday evening as we tonight, and what we like to do on Tuesday evenings is do MechWarrior 5 co-op play. So if you're interested in that, go to our Discord or give us a whisper on twitch.tv, and then we can get you into the rotation to play live with us. So let's jump into Battletech here. Hold on one second, guys. Oh, we're traveling. That's why. I was like, this doesn't look right, but it's because we are traveling. So let's finish up the travel here. Traveling to a new planet here so we can have some new adventures and hopefully capture some new mechs. That's what it's all about. Black Market invitation. Let's see, the pirates hate us, so should we spend 2.5 million to then give them more money? Nope, that's fine.
You asked for are online, Commander.
We have 2 days left to travel here. Let's just make sure there isn't. I think we're good as far as things that we want to do. Let's see. Did want to experiment with the ion, but we could do that next travel. That's not a big deal. Alright, so let's finish up this travel.
We've arrived at our destination, Commander.
Alright, we should probably actually visit the store real quick. Got a lot of mechs in salvage. Let's go ahead and sell those. Bombard. Don't need Dervish anymore. Don't need an Enforcer. Keep the Firestarter in salvage. Get rid of this Hunchback. Get rid of this Wolverine. We'll look through the store after we get some missions under our belt. So speaking of which, let's find ourselves a mission. Thanks for joining us on our stream. We just arrived at a new planet of adventure. We're definitely stepping up a notch here, as you can see. 4.5 and 5 skull missions. Alright. So we've got a straight up battle for 4.5. Secure borders. Yeah, let's go with a 4.5 skull mission, just to start things off here. We're going to take our Heliopis. We're definitely going to take our heavy hitters here. We're going to take a Charger. Going to take an Awesome. Do I take my dual Goss? I think given the environment, I think we are, going to take our dual Goss rifle. Jaggermech for fire support. We're definitely going to take 3 mechs now with a 4.5 skull mission. We're going to take our Raven. I just put together this Axeman. I'm tempted to take it out, but no, we're not going to do that. Let's take some more firepower in the Orion. And let's look at our pilots. Take Sparkle in the Orion just to level her up. Let's see. I'm going to take my player character in the Charger. Wait, actually, we're going to take Floppy and the Jaggermech. This is a 4.5 skull mission. We don't want to goof around here. Definitely want to take the 18 as much as we can. We'll take Pacifist as our... No. We'll take Tricky in the Raven. Alright, so this is a straight up fight. So we're going to take 7 mechs. 4.5 skull. This should be interesting. We should get some good salvage out of this, I would hope. With a 4.5 skull mission. Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday as I record this. I think it's Tuesday. It's so hard to keep track these days. Just came off a weekend where I spent a lot of time playing Squadrons. I really really am conflicted about the game. So the single player mission campaign was very solid, very fun, very enjoyable. But after pushing through that over a couple days, excuse me, I'm left with a multiplayer that only has 2 modes. Excuse me, one more time. There, sorry. Frog in the throat. We have a multiplayer that's only has 2 modes, and can be very frustrating at times. So I'm also noticing that for squadrons across the board, if you look at Twitch, its appeal is going down very fast. Not quite as fast as, say, the Avengers, who drop like a rock, but it's really losing popularity quickly. So the question is, how viable is Squadrons, number one, as just a replayable game, and then number two, as a streaming game? Because, you know, that's important. You know, we are a streaming channel, so we want to focus on games that bring in a consistent audience. Now, some people would say Battletech doesn't necessarily bring in the most consistent audience, but it's like, yeah, but it's an awesome, fun game. So we have to kind of weigh the two. In the chat room, we're getting some feedback that it's a throwaway game, Squadrons. So, are you feeling like it's a game that you can just play for a couple days and then you're kind of done with it? I mean, I do want to like the multiplayer, but it's so brutal in the fact that, you know, I feel like I'm a very solid pilot when it comes to the story mode, but when you get into multiplayer, I mean, it's pretty much just whoever gets behind you and shoots you in the back is going to win every time, because there's not much you can do in squad. You can boost and you can make a run for it, but it's really hard to recover once an enemy gets in your rear for Squadrons multiplayer.
Heading that way.
So
Position confirmed.
I don't know.
Heading out. Mm-hmm.
So in the chat room, we got some feedback, and I appreciate that. The feedback is, yeah, you play this. It's Squadrons is a throwaway game. You play it and forget it, and repetitive. There's no new, exciting game modes, and I think that's
on my way.
True right now. Now, to be fair to EA, I thought they priced Squadrons at a very good price point of $40. So, you know, if it's a quality game and a quality experience, I'm okay with paying $40 for a weekend of gaming. I don't have a problem doing that. So I don't feel like my money was wasted on Squadrons.
Looks like enemy reinforcements.
And I'll probably play it on occasional basis. It's going to be part of our rotation. But it's not the type of game that I could spend all day playing. Like, that's one of the reasons I actually love Battletech, is if you tell me, all right, you've got a Saturday with nothing to do and you're stuck at home. If there's one game that you want to just spend a day just playing all day, I'd probably choose Battletech, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Commander.
Because other games just don't really have the replayability of Battletech, in my opinion. So further commentary on Squadrons, it's a good try, a first step if they want to get back into good games, just not okay games. Yeah, I mean, I think the problem with Squadrons is
I hear ya.
they needed to come out with more multiplayer options than just two. And they could have really set up like maybe a random single player game generator
I got it.
that would give
Don't
you new
think,
challenges
don't shoot,
based
just
on what
run.
they've done previously with the material. So for example, they could throw you in a random system and give you random things that you need to accomplish, against random enemies, and it would be different each time. So I think that's another thing they could do. And maybe they will. I mean, Squadrons was definitely more successful than the Avengers. I didn't even play the Avengers because I was excited about the Avengers for over a year until I saw some of the gameplay and the microtransactions, and then I just said, forget it. I have no interest in playing Avengers, and that hasn't changed. My opinion hasn't changed in any way. So, let's get back to Battletech here. Alright, so we've got a advancing lance. This is a 4.5 skull mission. And then we have reinforcements coming up. I described a whole new game. Well, I don't think so. I mean, I think you could... Just like Battletech, okay? So let's go back to Battletech. Battletech basically has a certain number of assets. It has a map. It has mechs. It has turrets. And it has an objective. And basically, the missions are randomly generating different variations on that theme. So in some ways, it wouldn't be that hard to do the same thing with Squadrons, in my opinion. Alright, let's sprint up here, see what we're up against. Alright, so we got 2 lances coming at us at once. We've got a grasshopper. I'd love to put together a grasshopper. We have an Orion. And a whole bunch of unknowns. Alright, so let's tag this grasshopper first. Now, in this scenario, wow, that's a lot of mechs coming my way. Lots of heavy tonnage mechs. So this is going to be fun.
Ready to get it on.
So what we want to do is we want to push forward with our mechs that have the ability to do some scouting here. So go with our lighter, faster mechs. I'd like to get some shots in on that grasshopper. Don't think we can do it, so we'll just go for the Orion here. Or no, we'll go for the Cataphract.
Firing.
At least heat up that Cataphract. Thanks for joining us on the stream, by the way. I love your input on Squadrons. I think it's dead on. Yeah, am I still going to play Squadrons? Yeah, I'll probably play it on a regular basis. But where I thought I'd be playing Squadrons a ton, by the end of the single player game and playing a couple rounds of multiplayer, I was kind of like, all right, let's get back to some other games that I love, like Battletech. So,
Locking on.
yeah, it was a fun experience. I found myself enjoying the single player more than I did, and I found myself not liking the multiplayer very much when it came to Squadrons. Everspace 2 is in development. It should be exactly what you described. Okay, so we're hopefully Everspace is going to come out. I remember the original Everspace. It was a very solid game, so we're definitely going to give that a spin. My concern is game development in general with COVID has kind of slowed down. You know, games aren't coming out as quickly as they used to. They're not maybe as well polished or as high end. I see a lot of, you know, kind of mediocre games that are kind of being pushed out into the market, I think, because there's a dearth of really good games right now. But hopefully we'll see some good games that come out. Can't think of anything else for the rest of the year I'm excited about seeing when it comes out. So correct me if I'm wrong. If you have some games you're excited about in the chat room, please let us know. And please give us a follow. Because not only do you get advised when we're playing, but you get entered into our Funko Pop giveaway. So we'd love to give everybody the chance to win that. All right, let's look at this strategically now. All right, so we got these mechs. They're for the most part forced to come down this valley. We've got one up here, 80 tonner, that we're going to have to deal with eventually. But if they keep going down this valley, we can kind of take our first target here. You know, this cataphract is already in bad shape here, so why don't we hit this cataphract here, and thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it.
Firing everything
Hit this
I got.
cataphract here. This is going to be a situation where we want to take as many mechs off the field as quickly as possible here. Alright, so we got some good hits on that cataphract. Gonna get knocked down. Wait, Everspace 2 comes out in December? If that's the case, then that might be the winner. I didn't know Everspace came out in December, apparently. Okay, also October 15th, we have Space Crew, Bomber Crew, but in space. That looks interesting. Actually, yeah. Alright, so there's some games that are going to be coming out. I mean, so I'm excited about those. I think... I just thought Squadrons was going to be a game that was going to pique my interest for a lot longer. So, Everspace 2 is coming out in December. So that might be a good game, especially since I'm probably going to have some PTO that I have to, that's personal time off in December, and I really would like a good game to play there. So, let's see if we can finish off this cataphract here. I don't really care about salvage on a cataphract, so I'd love to just take this thing out right now. There we go. Alright.
That there's a kill.
So now our numbers are 8 against 7, unless we get a surprise. So it's a very balanced fight right now. So I'm definitely going to have to do some research on Everspace, especially since I went out and bought myself a HOTAS for Squadrons. I don't regret it because, you know, I enjoy Squadrons quite a bit. I just get the feeling that Squadrons is going to be a game that after like 2 or 3 weeks I'm going to be done with Squadrons. So we'll still be playing it on the channel on a occasional basis, but you know, Squadrons just doesn't really, unless they come out with more content, I don't see it as a game that lasts long in my portfolio. You know, conversely, Battletech is a game I've been playing for 3 years, and I pretty much play it every day. So that's kind of cool. Another thing we're gonna start playing on the channel is, and thank you for joining us, Thor's Rampage, as well. You know, one thing we're gonna start playing on the channel later on this week is Among Us. So, you got Thor's Rampage says he got a HOTAS for War Thunder and played it for nearly a year. Yeah, I played War Thunder for a while too, and I never played it with the HOTAS, so maybe I should revisit it with the HOTAS. But War Thunder is a very solid game, obviously, for the price. Let's actually send our Raven up here to see what else we're dealing with. How about that? Let's see. Alright, so we'll sprint up here. Alright, what do we have up here? We got an Awesome. So that Awesome up here with PPCs could be dangerous. Alright, so we got another awesome, an Atlas, a nice Atlas too, a K, and a Corsair. So let's go. So I'll definitely check out. I'll give War Thunder another spin with a HOTAS. There's going to be certainly a lot less buttons than Squadrons, which is nice. And Everspace 2, I'm definitely going to be highlighting. So that's good to hear. Yeah, I've been feeling a little disappointed because, Avengers,
What's up, boss?
I was excited about, but I never got around to playing because I think it's not good from what I hear. And I don't really have time to spend all day grinding for different silly achievements in Squadrons. Not in Squadrons, in Avengers. So we never got around to playing that game, and I don't really regret it. So between that and Squadrons being a game that I saw as limited replayability, I've been kind of disappointed about what's in the game market right now. So I'm excited to see that there's some good games on the horizon.
Hey, watch the paint, pal.
Ready for orders.
I think all of us in this COVID environment are looking for things to keep staying sane, right? So we can't go out, we can't do the things that we enjoy. Jaggermech, we're gonna have to deal with that Jaggermech at some point. But I really want to get rid of this grasshopper. So what other games are you guys excited about while we wait for this battle to develop here? Oh, right. The Atlas has a Gauss rifle, so that's scary. Oh, this is Battletech Advanced.
What can I do for you?
Just so you know, heavily modded Battletech Advanced. I think Battletech Advanced is the best mod for Battletech that I've come across as far as consistency, replayability, customer support. And I'm a big fan of the developers of Battletech Advanced. They're super friendly and very customer sensitive. So I really appreciate Battletech Advanced myself. And they literally do an update every 2 or 3 weeks, and each update has multiple new mechs in it. So it's really like a DLC every month with Battletech Advanced. Our friend Antares00, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, is playing Rogue Tech right now. And Rogue Tech, I was a big fan of Rogue Tech about a year and a half ago. But I kind of lost interest in Rogue Tech because there was problems with the interactive map, which was a big reason I liked Rogue Tech, was the fact that what you did impacted the map. And I really got turned off by Rogue Tech because they were not very friendly. The developers are not very friendly for Rogue Tech. They pretty much just say, yeah, if you're having problems with our game, you're just stupid, and we don't really care about helping anybody. So I really lost interest with Rogue Tech when I got a lot of attitude from the developers. So I just stopped playing it. I'd rather, Rogue Tech, you talk to them, they don't want any input, they don't want any feedback, they don't want any suggestions. They're just like, either play it or don't, we don't care. Whereas Battletech Advanced, Bloody Doves, who's the main developer, literally does a stream every day talking about things he's going to do in the game going forward, in the mod going forward. So it's a completely different environment. And that's really one of the reasons that I really like Battletech Advanced. All right, with our AC-20. So in Battletech Advanced, did they, Rogue Tech, did they fix the issues with the map, the interactive map? Because that was one of the things I really liked about that game, is the fact that you could actually engage in, for example, you could be part of a clan and be part of a clan invasion. I thought that was really cool. But they stopped they stopped really supporting the multiplayer aspect of Rogue Tech with the map, which kind of drove me away. I would really suggest that you play Battletech Advanced. There are actually ways that you can play different versions of Battletech at the same time. And if you go on YouTube, there's actually tutorials on how you can do that. Basically, you set up a different folder for each version of the mods, and then you just move them back and forth depending on which game that you want to play. So, I'm happy just playing Battletech Advanced right now because they keep giving me new content every month. Again, I can't recommend enough. Bloody Doves, who is the primary developer for Battletech Advanced, at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S., Monday through Thursday, does a stream where he talks about what's going on with the mod, things that he's bringing into it, ideas, suggestions, and he will take ideas and feedback all day long.
Waiting for orders.
Just a really great guy. And so that's kind of who I'm supporting in the mod community right now, because he is such a good, and the whole crew over there does such an amazing job with Battletech Advanced. So let's have our Wraith focus on keeping this Jagger mech busy. We should probably go for the guns here.
Firing full complement.
Try to take off some of the guns. There we go. There's half of the firepower. Yeah, Rogue Tech is kind of overcomplicated because, quite frankly, Rogue Tech is not even close to lore. Battletech Advanced, I feel, is very close to lore, which is another reason I like it. But with Rogue Tech, they threw a whole bunch of stuff in, then they're like, okay, what about this? What about that? What about this? What about... And they put in a lot of stuff that really is not Battletech lore anymore. Yeah, multiplayer for Rogue Tech is discontinued at the moment. They're thinking about putting it back in the future, but it needs a lot of other stuff done first. So when they come back with the multiplayer version of Rogue Tech, let me know, because that's when I would go back to playing it again. So at the moment, planets are capturable by factions, but not online. So basically what you're telling me is that the map kind of switches randomly based on faction control, not necessarily by your player actions. That was the one thing I really liked about Rogue Tech, was the fact that they let you actually flip planets for your clan, which was all really very cool. But another thing I like about Battletech Advanced is it's super easy to install. Oh, we took care of that grasshopper there. So it's super easy to install. Uh-oh. All right. Atlas is going after the rear of my Wraith. I'm going to have to keep it evasive. One of the things I also love about Battletech Advanced is you just download an executable and it does everything you need as far as installing the game. It installs the cab, it installs your mod, it does everything you need just with an executable. So it's Battletech Advanced literally takes you like 10 minutes to set up. You don't have to worry about moving folders or doing certain things or doing a whole bunch of downloads because it does it all for you. Rogue Tech uses the same installation as Advanced now. That's good. So, you know, I'm not opposed to Rogue Tech. It's a very solid game. But, you know, it is kind of glitchy. And really, when it comes to mods, for me, it's a lot about the community. So, Rogue Tech has a very not very pleasant community. There's a lot of people who are snarky and rude on the Discord. The developers really don't want to hear feedback or suggestions. You know, they basically just say, hey, play it or not, we don't care. Whereas if I take a suggestion to the developers of Battletech Advanced, it's not to say that they're going to do what I suggest, but they're open to it. They're like, hey, that sounds interesting, or that sounds cool, but I don't think it's for us. As opposed to the Rogue Tech developers who are just like, yeah, we don't want to hear suggestions. Either play our game or don't play our game. So that's kind of what turned me off with Rogue Tech, to be honest with you. So maybe if Battletech Advanced does not keep giving me good updates, then maybe I would look at Rogue Tech again. But right now, you know, yeah, I mean, latest updates made pretty stable. Actually, I was surprised myself. Runs. So here's a question for you. So I'm pretty much playing Battletech 7 days a week. So would it be of value to my audience if I was playing Rogue Tech some days and Battletech other days? That might be something I could explore. I'm very open to it. You know, I've played tons of Rogue Tech about a year ago. I've played Expanded 3025, and I've played Battletech Advanced. So I'm very open to playing a wide range of games. And you can actually play multiple mods at the same time. You just have to move things around in the folders a little bit. So we could certainly think about doing that. Gonna have to think about that.
Lighting them up.
Is that something that I want to do? I could do that. But, I mean, I really enjoy playing Battletech Advanced because they give us updates. So, yeah, I mean, depends more on your personality. Rogue Tech is a little different mindset. So, you know, I have played Rogue Tech before, so why don't you tell me how you think Rogue Tech is a different mindset. Oh, my Wraith is really getting killed here. You always struggle in Rogue Tech. I don't know if that's true. I mean, I've played Rogue Tech before, and I don't feel like I was always struggling. You know, there's... are you talking about struggling financially? Because I know that is a little bit more of a challenge. Alright, let's move our Raven here. And we'll start working on this awesome. Just keep him distracted from sniping us from the top of the cliff.
What's up, boss?
Alright, Jaggermech. Our Jaggermech. Let's keep our Jaggermech Our Jaggermech has to stay away from the fray because it's super fragile. But it can do things like this.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
You always struggle financially and game-wise and
Solid
Battletech.
connection
Well,
on
I
that one.
appreciate the feedback. I do. I'm definitely open to getting back into Battletech again.
All right. I'm up.
All right, we got to keep our Wraith evasive here. It's been beat up pretty good. Fortunately, it was the lower tonnage mech, so it was able to get up before the enemy could really tag it here. So let's see. This Corsair seems like it's an energy build. Yeah, but our chances of hitting this Atlas are much higher. So we'll go for the Atlas here. Yeah, I mean, I think Battletech was a little bit more unpredictable than Battletech Advanced.
Good to go.
But, I mean, Battletech also throws a lot of things into the game that have nothing to do with canon. They're just like, ooh, it would be really cool if we put this in. And it's like, yeah, but that's not what Battletech is. So, let's see if we can just finish off this Orion here.
This should be good.
There we go. There goes the Orion.
Did you see that?
Alright, so there's 4 mechs we're up against here. Imagine you rock, paper, scissors, but now there's 30 plus variants of rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, I mean, I understand that. I've played Battletech before, so none of what you're saying is surprising me. So it's definitely... Let's see if we can get these guys to come to us, because we have numbers now.
I'm telling it. Yes, I am.
So let's set up a good position, and then we can just beat up on these mechs here before they come into us. So eventually you're going to encounter a direct counter to your lance or be overwhelmed. Yeah, I know that. Battletech does throw stuff at you. I would also say that the skull meter in Battletech is pretty much useless because it's really hard to get a clear gauge on the difficulty of a particular mission based on the skulls in Battletech. So you could think it's a 3 skull mission and it's a 5, or you could do a 5 skull mission and it's really kind of like a 3. I feel like, bad hits on my Wraith there.
Weapon system down.
Alright.
Duncan Fisher here.
But, you know, in the big scheme of things, if I have to repair my Wraith, but I get a whole bunch of good salvage, it's worth it. Yeah. So I would really suggest that you give Battletech Advanced a try. It's still very challenging, and it's just a little different. For example, my Wraith is getting wrecked here.
Get fired up. There's work to do.
You know, but you know, I think the best thing about Battletech, and I want to emphasize this, we are so fortunate with this game
Roger that.
that there is a robust modding community
Firing all weapons.
that is committed to making Battletech playable forever. I mean, Battletech has been
Ready for
out
orders.
for, I think we're coming up on our 3-year anniversary. And if you had told me 3 years ago that I'd be playing Battletech, you know, should I pull my Wraith back here? Yeah, I probably should. If you told me 3 years ago that I'd be playing Battletech almost every day, I would have said you were crazy. So with Battletech Advanced, you're more of a strategist planning for everything, but in Rogue Tech, there's an element of leap of faith added into it. Yeah, I think that's true. I think that's a fair statement about the differences between Battletech Advanced and Rogue Tech. Rogue Tech is like, you know, it's an interesting situation. So, Tugbobo says 3 years in March with open beta play in April 24th, 2018 released to the public. So 2.5 years. Correct.
On you, Commander.
So in April, this game will be 3 years old. And how many games, Tugbobo, and thank you for joining us. Really appreciate you popping in. It's an honor to have you in. You know, with how many games can you say that you're 3.5, that you're 2.5 years in and you still love to play the game? There's not very many. There's probably maybe 5 or 6 games I could think of in all my years of gaming that I would play for that long. So, you know, we're very fortunate that we have that with Battletech. Now, Tugbobo, have you played Squadrons yet? I would love your feedback on that because I know you love that type of gameplay. I'd love to see what you think about it. Have you played Squadrons yet, Tugbobo, and what are your thoughts on the game? You know, especially I'm worried about the replayability for that game. So, Star Wars Empire at War. That's definitely a good example with high replayability. Now, Star Wars Empire at War, those aren't really, there's no like campaign, right? It's pretty much just random missions that are thrown your way. Because I really do like games that let you build upon your success. So for Battletech, if you're successful, you get new things to play with. I don't know if you get that from Star Wars Empire at War. It's kind of like a random mission generator, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm mistaken, let me know, because then maybe I need to revisit that game. But
Duncan Fisher here.
I really like games that give you a continuous story.
Heading that way.
Versus just, okay, we're going to have a random battle thrown our way. How are we going to do on it? I think after a while, that gets a little old.
Damage minimal.
So Tugbobo said he played Squadrons quite a bit. 4 game elements for $40. Lots of room for expansion DLC, but it will cost money. My concern is I haven't gotten a lot of clarification on how much fun Squadron is how much EA is going to invest in Squadrons. My impression was that Squadrons was going to be kind of a one-off, and they weren't going to be doing a lot of additional content for Squadrons. So I'd love to get your feel, Tugbobo. I'm about, for Squadrons, I think I've played about 25 hours of Squadrons, and I've gotten to the point where it's like, yeah, it is what it is, instead of, oh my gosh, I can't wait to start up my computer again. Which, when I first started playing Squadrons, that's kind of what I felt like. Like, oh my gosh, this game is so awesome. And then after 20 hours, I'm like, yeah, it's okay. So, and I've really been kicking around giving Elite Dangerous a try, to be honest with you. And I've talked about this with Tug Bobo in the past. I'm really just not a fan of how much grinding you have to do in that game. Apparently that's a big part of Elite Dangerous, and I'm not sure that's something I have the time commitment for right now. So, but then again, I have a brand new HOTAS, so let's see. Oh, remember something? There's a team of modders working on a mod for MechWarrior 5. Yeah, that's actually... There are several mods for MechWarrior 5 that are pretty solid. I do play MechWarrior 5 at least once a week. And they do have one out that lets you take a Mech Commander 2 role. That is actually pretty accurate. So... Come play. Tug Bobo, you want us to play Elite Dangerous with you? I'm tempted to do it, but I want to understand the grinding on Elite Dangerous. And my concern with Elite Dangerous is how much time do I have to spend grinding to actually do some of the funner stuff in the game. So that's my concern with Elite Dangerous. Also, I've got to figure out for Elite Dangerous how much of an audience there'll be for our Twitch channel, since there's a lot of people who actually play Elite Dangerous already and are going to be far better than me. So not as long as you would think with help to grind to become competent in Elite Dangerous. Okay. What's the current price point on Elite Dangerous right now, Tug Bobo? Do you know? I could look it up later. It's a game I've been kicking around for quite some time. I do like the potential for Elite Dangerous. So, Tug Bobo, what do you feel about if you had to choose Elite Dangerous or Squadrons to play for the next 6 months? What would you do, Tug Bobo? I think your answer is going to be Elite Dangerous. Because I think Squadrons is a game that after a while you're going to be like, I've kind of done everything.
Let's get down to it.
Alright. Don't worry about that aspect. Stream your epic journey learning the game. That's my play. Okay. I think that's good feedback. Tug Bobo. Wait till the 27th for Elite Dangerous. What's going on the 27th for Elite Dangerous? Is there an event? Is there an expansion? What's going on with Elite Dangerous on the 27th? Oh, we got nice rear shot here on this. Awesome. Let's take advantage of that.
That's a sweet sight picture.
Is EVE Online an option? So, EVE Online is another game I've been really kicking around, but my understanding is EVE Online is really brutal for new players, and basically old players just camp. A lot of people just camp in EVE Online and just engage the rookies or the newer players and just smash them. So I don't know if that's something I want to engage in. Horizon Pack is free to download on the 27th. So what's the Horizons Pack for Tug Bobo? What is that? Is that like a DLC?
Orders.
Because I would be interested in Elite Dangerous. I really would. I want to play the game.
Copy that.
I'm just concerned about how much time I'm gonna. I've heard some people say that they spend a whole night just transporting things, and then they just get a little bit of money for it, and they get frustrated with the game, and then they quit. So, if we had some feedback, Tug Bobo, on that, that would be great. I've just heard some some bad reviews for Elite Dangerous that just made me pause about starting the game. So,
Hauling in.
mainly because I don't want to do a whole bunch of grinding to get to the point where I can have fun. That's my big concern with really any game, and that's why Avengers didn't appeal to me at all, even though I'm a huge Marvel fan, because I don't want to grind in Avengers for hours and hours and hours. It's partially true, they do that, but right, it's rookies, you have to do something stupid to get ranked. Let's see. Yes, to Odyssey Pack releases later, it will be good or better than Star Citizen. Well, yeah, Star Citizen has been just a dumpster fire. You know, I have not heard anything good about Star Citizen for a long time. It just feels like Star Citizen is just a big money suck at this point. That Awesome gave us its rear. Not a good idea. Bye, Awesome.
Should have run when you had the chance. I'm under heavy fire.
There are workarounds like private servers for Elite Dangerous. So how do private servers work on Elite Dangerous, Tug Bobo? Is that where you literally just play by yourself? Or you play on a shared server with your friends? Because that would be interesting. I'd love to hear about that. Yeah, I mean, Elite Dangerous, I don't even know what the price point is on Elite Dangerous right now. It might be something that I can give a try. But, Tug Bobo,
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
if you had one space combat game to play right now for the next year, would you go with Elite Dangerous? So that would be oh, okay. So you play in a shared server with friendly people. Okay, that definitely appeals to me, Tug Bobo. I might give that a try. And
Duncan Fisher here.
yeah, that's something we could definitely give a consideration
Heading
to.
that way.
So, Tug Bobo says he would play Elite Dangerous over any other space combat simulator. So, you know, that's Elite Dangerous for the next 3 or 4 years, most likely. So, if Tug Bobo, if you're telling me Elite Dangerous, and I'm sorry we're getting off the Battletech track here, but we're still playing. This battle's kind of wrapping up right now, but if you're telling me Elite Dangerous is going to be viable for the next 3 or 4 years, then I seriously want to give it consideration.
Commander.
So Tug Bobo,
Locking in.
give
course.
me a picture. So if I play Elite Dangerous, how long does it? How many hours do I have to spend to really get to the point where I'm really enjoying the game instead of grinding the game? Tug Bobo. If you're telling me, like, if I put in maybe a couple days of Elite Dangerous, then I'll be really excited about where I'm at. Then I'm very interested. But if you tell me it's going to take a couple weeks to get to the point where I'm enjoying Elite Dangerous, then that might be a little challenging. There goes the Atlas.
Hostile eliminated.
There you go, 4 salvageable parts.
What can I do for you?
Alright, what do we have left? We got an awesome left.
Going turbo.
Hey, let's see. Elite Dangerous can likely remain viable for the next 6 to 10 years before they release a new version of Elite Dangerous at the new PC settings. Okay. So, Tug Bobo, that's a really, really nice endorsement there.
Should be good.
I think I might just give Elite Dangerous a try. Now,
I just dropped
Tug Bobo,
and I'm fucking angry.
if I get Elite Dangerous on Steam, and I play for 2 hours, if I play within the first 2 hours and I don't like it, I can return it for my money. Do you think in 2 hours of Elite Dangerous I can have a good feel for the game?
Confirmed.
Or do you think it takes more than a couple hours to decide if you like it or not? Ooh, hard hits on our Heliopus there. Because I would like to branch out and do some more games for the channel. There's no question about that. And I know Elite Dangerous is very popular.
Some bad decisions
So,
at high speed.
we definitely could give that a try on the channel.
One attitude adjustment coming right up.
So Tug Bobo, do you think,
Duncan
like,
Fisher here.
if I played Elite Dangerous pretty hardcore for about 2 or 3 days, could I get to the point where I can really enjoy the game? Tug Bobo says, I really worry about Battletech at this point. Windows updates will outpace the game engine and quirks. Okay, now you need several hours to get used to gameplay and hands-on guidance from a human buddy. Okay. Well, Tug Bobo, if you're interested in being my wingman while I get used to Elite Dangerous, I definitely would love to do that with you.
We can do this.
So
Let's go.
let's set that up. I'll reach out to you. Maybe I'll get the game
Tenfold.
and see if we can set that up. I think that would be a lot of fun. All right, let's finish off this awesome here. So, Tug Bobo, what do you think about Everspace 2? That's coming out, and I've heard some good things about it today. So, do you think Elite Dangerous is still going to be superior to, say, Everspace 2 when it comes out in December? Any feedback on that? Okay, so wait till the 27th. Well, Tug Bobo, couldn't I get the base game now and then I'll have the free DLC on the 27th anyways? Or is the DLC for the 27th only for new players?
Acknowledge.
Because if you're telling me you only get the DLC for free for new players, then yeah, I would wait until the 27th. But it might be worth it to me just to give the game a try and build up my skills before the DLC drops.
All weapons are go.
Okay. So Tug Bobo,
Waiting for orders.
if you're saying the 27th is the best time, what I can actually do
Coordinates received.
is I could certainly take some time off and on the 27th to play my way up, or I would love to set up some time to play together,
Got it.
and maybe get onto that server that you're playing on. I don't want to invite myself,
That's a
but
critical hit.
that would be a lot of fun, and then maybe we could find some time where we can play together.
Commander.
That would be fun
Don't
as
you
well.
know who I am?
This isn't looking too good. I'm losing a lot of armor here.
The problem is Harebrained Schemes plans no further updates to the game. They've moved on to new IP. That is true. Harebrained Schemes has moved on. So the question, Tug Bobo, is can a modder do the changes that need to be done to Battletech Advanced, or does it really have to be the developer?
Here we go.
Alright, Tug Bobo, so I'm gonna put the 27th on my calendar, and then I'm gonna reach out to you
I'm on the clock.
personally and see if we can come up with a game plan to get me into Elite Dangerous. I'd really appreciate your guidance on that, because I do think it will be a fun game. I've heard lots of good things,
Let's see if
and if I have
line this up.
somebody I know and I respect who plays the game that can give me some guidance on getting into this. So most likely developers only
What's that?
can keep Battletech going. So yeah, that's a little disconcerting. If Battletech did
Heading that way.
lose its functionality, that would really be very depressing to me. So yeah, maybe I should get into Elite Dangerous while I have Battletech to play. That's a good point. So I really appreciate you guys both giving me feedback and joining us for the stream. We lost our Arrow 4.
Commander, I've lost all my weapons.
This has been a nasty battle, but then again, it's a 4-skull mission, so
Receiving you.
what can we say? We're gonna get some good salvage out of this, that's for sure.
Wilco.
So, Tug Bobo, what days and times do you usually play Elite Dangerous? Because it sounds like it would be the most fun if we could play together. You know, obviously I don't have to play with you all the time, but I'm just curious about what days that you're playing right now to see if it matches up with my availability.
Locked on.
Alright, there goes that awesome.
Hostile eliminated.
Alright, so that was a nasty battle. We're gonna have some repairs to do, but we should get some good salvage here. Alright. Jaggerneck needs some repairs. The Helios needs some repairs. The Wraith needs some repairs. Alright. But we got some Atlas parts. And we also have a Corsair part. Alright, so we're going to have to take all the Atlas parts. That's for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should definitely give me the ability to put together an Atlas here. So let's take those Atlas parts. We also got an Awesome part, a Jagger Mech part, and some other toys as well. Right, so Tug Bobo says Fridays and Saturdays after Mech Warrior Online season is over. I'm knee deep in that until around the 25th and 27th. Well, that works perfectly, Tug Bobo, because if I get the game on the 27th, then we can actually make some good progress. So I'm going to put that on the calendar. Wholly invested in MechWarrior competitive play right now. So I have to be honest, Tug Bobo, I've taken a significant break from MechWarrior Online. So tell me what's going on right now. I've heard snippets, so there's competitive play going on. I'm so far away from competitive play that it's not even funny for MechWarrior Online. But I'd love to hear about MechWarrior Online competitive stuff and what you're doing on that right now.
Commander.
And obviously everybody who's watching this can, if they're interested, can then go to your channel and on Twitch and YouTube and check it out. So tell us about that.
Standing by.
All right. Oh, Edmund's is hurt for 12 days.
Oh, what's up, boss? I hear ya. Commander? Waiting on. Good to go.
Let's level up some pilots here.
Standing by.
Yes, Commander.
MechWarrior Online World Competition 220 is on right now. Teams get significant loot. So,
Ready for orders.
regardless of ranking. Yeah, I mean it's regardless of ranking, but if you're good, you're good in MechWarrior Online, and if you're not, you're not.
Aye,
I don't think anybody who's brand new to MechWarrior Online is going to come in and win the tournament, right? I mean, there's some amazing players in
Good to
MechWarrior Online. And Tug Bobo is certainly one of those. But I mean, you've got No Guts, No Galaxy.
Awaiting
You've
orders.
got a lot of highly qualified MechWarrior Online people playing for that tournament right now. So,
Receiving you.
that's definitely a challenge. And I really have to give MechWarrior Online's community all the credit for keeping that game going. Because that's really what it's all about. MechWarrior Online. If there wasn't MechWarrior Online, there probably wouldn't be a Battletech. I think that's safe to say. There also wouldn't be all the great mods that we have right now. So, what's neat about it is the training and gameplay has greatly increased my gameplay overall. So that's good to hear. So Tug Bobo's really committed to increasing his skills for that MechWarrior Online competition, and it's made him a better player. So that's great. All right, we got to rebuild our. Do I have? Darn it! I got to check the store, see if there's a plasma rifle available. I really like my plasma rifles on the stealth. No. Alright, so let's see. We're going to actually back out of this. No, I really think, Tug Bobo, I thought you'd been playing MechWarrior Online for a lot more than that. So I think that's great that you've gotten where you've gotten on MechWarrior Online. And I do think that would be fun for me to take that journey for Elite Dangerous as well. Wow. Okay, so I played MechWarrior Online quite a bit years ago before Battletech came out. And then I kind of focused on other games after Battletech came out. So let's take the plasma rifle off the charger here. And let's put on a see, snub-nose PPC. Yeah, that works. Take off the ammo for the plasma. Actually, let's go with the ERPPC and a little bit of armor. After playing MechWarrior 5 for 2... Oh, okay. So, this is kind of interesting. So, Tug Bobo played MechWarrior 5 for 2 months, and then he switched to MechWarrior Online, which is definitely a different path than most people. So Tug Bobo game before you went into rehab. Okay. So Tug Bobo, do you still play MechWarrior 5? Because I try to play it at least once a week. I still do enjoy MechWarrior 5 quite a bit. It's not quite... even with the MechWarrior Reloaded game, there's really just not as much replayability for MechWarrior, in my opinion. Alright, so we got our Wraith rebuilt here in 2 days. Not too bad, given how much damage we had.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Alright. Heliopis got some nasty hits here, so... just the arrow. Alright, fortunately, I think we have an arrow in storage. No, don't tell me I don't have an arrow launcher. I do not have an arrow launcher. Oh, that's a bummer. Alright, I guess we're just going to turn this thing into a LRM boat. So we'll do that. LRM 20, and we could do another LRM. Oh, I can't do another LRM 20. Let's see, I can do 6 tons, so I could do a LRM 10, or I could do Thunderbolts here. All right, so let's take the arrow ammo off. What if I do some Thunderbolts? Do some Thunderbolts. Yeah, this is the 7.3 mod, and thank you for joining us. I just updated to 7.3 over the weekend. They didn't patch the game, or did they? I'm not sure what you're referring to about patching. Let's do the LRM 20. LRM 20. LRM 20. That's not going to give me enough ammo, unfortunately, so let's do the LRM 10. And then we'll just do a whole bunch of ammo. LRM ammo. Let's see. So we can have some fun with this. So we could do... we'll do some more Artemis ammo. We could do some Swarm, some Thunder ammo, and actually, let's do something different here. Let's do some Swarm. Do a whole bunch of Swarm ammo here. Been meaning to give Swarm ammo a try, so we'll do Thunder and we'll do Swarm ammo. There we go. Let's see, Battletech. Oh, you're talking about Battletech. If there's been a patch. No, they're not currently patching Battletech, as far as I know. Harebrained Schemes did a great job with Battletech. I got to be honest with you, I think they made a mistake. I think Harebrained Schemes should have immediately gone into developing Battletech 2: The Clan Wars instead of switching off to another IP. I think Harebrained Schemes kind of missed the boat on that one, because Harebrained Schemes probably could have developed Battletech 2 in a very short period of time, because they had already put the work into the original Battletech. And I think there would have been a huge market for Battletech 2. What do you guys think? Do you think they made a mistake there? I think they should have just gone with Battletech 2. I think they would have had some really good success with that game. You know, it's all druthers, really, because, you know, obviously they're being highly successful with whatever they're doing right now. Let's see. All right, so we've got an Atlas K we could build. All right, we're definitely going to do that. So this Ostruck, which I've never used, is now going to the store. And we are building this Orion K, or Atlas K. Let's see. Use the D parts first.
Battletech is ready to fight.
Paradox steers that ship right now. Are you talking about what Harebrained Schemes does? Yeah, I know. You know, I completely understand why Harebrained Schemes became part of the Paradox brand. Obviously, they were given a wad of cash to make that happen. But, you know, it's really sad when significant high-quality game developers get purchased by studios like Paradox, which basically just spam out DLCs for a very high cost. You know, Paradox feels that each DLC should be about the same cost as the base game. So, okay, why buy a game and have Clan Max when they already have the game because of mods? Yeah, I mean, you could say that, but I think you have to keep in mind that most gamers do not play modded games. I would say it's only about maybe a third of gamers actually play modded games. So I think there still would be a market for a Battletech 2 if it was done by a studio and they did it the right way. So I understand what you're saying about mods doing a great job of giving us clan, and that's absolutely true. But I do think that there is a space for that in the mainstream gaming community. All right, let's look at this Atlas. Where are we? So it's doesn't have double heat sinks, which is unusual. Maybe because it's a Gauss build. There's a lot of things we can do with this game, with this mech. But I need some double heatsink kits. So the question is, do I just bite the bullet and buy some? Huh, what's going on here? So that's something to think about. Why buy a game and have clan mechs when they are already in the game because of mods? Yeah, I understand. I understand that sentiment. I do. Let's go to the store, see if I could find some double heatsink kits. Alright, those are engines. I really need to buy some double heatsink kits and just accept that it's going to cost me some money. They're just so hard to find in the game in salvage, because they usually go boom. Let's see, are there any on the market here? There's E-Cooling +4. I could definitely use that. Let's buy 4 of those. And a melee gyro.
New equipment available.
Yeah, there's no double heatsink kits, unfortunately. Alright, so let's... It's actually been a really good stream, guys. Really appreciate you guys joining us. We're going to bring this stream to a close. I'll probably be back later on today with some squadrons. And Tugboba, I'm definitely going to be looking at Elite Dangerous. I think you've convinced me to finally take that leap and add that to our rotation. So on that note, we will see you guys soon. Hope you guys have a great day.